Now, I don't know about you, but I loathe throwing food away. Here are 3 of the things that we as a nation chuck in the bin most. So we've got milk, potatoes, they do go a bit wrinkly, don't they, and bread. That goes mouldy so quickly unless you put it in the freezer, little tip. Now, as food prices continue to rise, more and more people are turning to surplus warehouses for their weekly shop. And now couples tying the knots are even saying "I do" to food destined for landfill being served at their weddings. Beth Parsons has the story.
2.3 million meals worth of food come through this warehouse in Leeds every single year. Food that would otherwise be destined for the bin.
It doesn't make sense that there's edible food that's getting thrown away, so we just like to make sense of that and feed people.
Surplus to Purpose is a food waste enterprise, and it organises groups of volunteers to collect food that may be past its best but is still safe to eat.
We bring it back to our warehouse and we redistribute it to people. We do that through catering, we cater our events, we do that through boxes that we sell, and we support other charities and other people that need it.
In the UK, we throw away 6.4 million tonnes of edible food every single year. 71% of that comes from households. If you break that down, it means that every household in the UK is throwing away the equivalent of 8 meals every single week. Anyone can come and buy a box of food, an increasingly vital option for households feeling the pinch of rising living costs. And some of the food is put aside for events, as an increasing number of people are getting married and serving waste food at their weddings. Ellie Softly is a wedding planner in Sheffield and says she's noticed more couples choosing eco-friendly options for their big day.
There was a wedding I did with waste food in Salford recently, and they specifically chose a company called The Open Kitchen. And they didn't necessarily know exactly what they were going to get to eat on the day, but they trusted the chefs that it would be delicious.
Let's meet one of the couples who've been serving waste food at their wedding.
So will you please stand as Mr. and Mrs. Crane leave the church?
We're in a climate crisis at the moment. We invited 120 people. Because it was our event, we wanted to make sure that we were reducing our waste and our emissions.
I think it was fascinating that we wouldn't know what we were going to eat until the day. It was slightly scary in a way because you think people have got certain dietary requirements or allergies, and you wonder with only a certain amount of ingredient, how can you cater for that? But it all worked out perfectly.
So, with a boom of people getting hitched this year and next, could it be that waste food weddings are the future? Beth Parsons, BBC Look North.